So you may not have heard, but the Olympics are on. They're in Rio, yeah, and they're on the TV, but you may not know that because no one's allowed to play any video other than Sky TV. We won't talk any more about that right now, but what we do want to talk about to start off with, Dom George, is the Olympics in general and what's going on. Valerie Adams with silver, Lisa Carrington with gold, Mahi Drysdale with gold, and more to come.
Oh, it's just been fantastic. I've loved it. There's been, you know, great highlights packages. You can just get anything you want. I think it's fantastic. Are you? Have you got Sky?
I do have Sky.
Yeah. So
not for much longer.
Right. So you're going to get rid of it at the end of these Olympics?
I think that I am so disgusted with the amount of...
Strong word.
Well, it's accurate. With the amount of control there is around the footage, I actually think that...
Oh, but they bought the footage. They're the rights holders for the footage.
Yeah.
Wouldn't you protect it?
No.
If you're paying that much money for it, why wouldn't you protect it?
Because there is copyright laws in place right now for fair use for media outlets. And I actually am wondering, and it's too late to challenge it in court, but I'm wondering if Sky has stepped beyond. They're almost trying to rewrite the copyright laws. And
also, I know that the Stuff website's got into trouble for showing too much.
Well, they haven't because they lost. Sky lost in court to
Well,
Fairfax.
it went to litigation. Yeah.
And Sky lost.
Okay, so maybe they are then. Maybe they are being too strict on what they can do, but they're just testing the waters. Maybe for the next one they're going to have to come in and say, look, you know, you need to play by the letter of the law here. Maybe that letter needs to be extended somewhat. But I mean, I haven't found the coverage too difficult to come by. I missed Mahi Drysdale's race, for example, the photo finish.
Well, here's the question: have you seen that race in its entirety yet?
Not in its entirety.
Neither.
No. I've seen the end of it though.
Oh, what, the last 13 seconds?
Well, it's the only bit you need to see.
Well, see, I don't know if that's true. That was a really good race from all accounts. He was behind and then he stretched out and then the guy stayed with him and it was a photo finish. Watching the interview with him, Mahi Drysdale said it was an incredible race and we haven't got to see it. Let me just say this. How much money does our government put into these Olympics? I.e., you know, funding for athletes, payment for athletes who come 12th or under. It's tens, if not 20s, if not 30s of millions of dollars.
Well, it's relative though. It might sound a lot of money, but it'll be a drop in the ocean compared to what other countries put into their sporting, into their athletes.
Yeah, but that's not the point I'm making. That's irrelevant.
Is it?
Dom. It is, because this is the thing, right? If so much of our taxpayer money is going into getting these people to Rio,
should more people have a chance to see it?
Exactly. How dare should a single company be able to profit off that footage and then control all the other media? And I'm not talking about, you know, TV2 showing a full race because they don't have the rights for that. But you know, have you? I wanted to know. Listen, I wanted to show Usain Bolt's full 10 seconds today.
Yeah.
Because we can have 3 minutes a day. I couldn't find video footage of the full 10 seconds anywhere on the internet. Anywhere. No media source, because media outlets are allowed something like 3 minutes a day, so they show 3 seconds of that race.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
What I've found really annoying is watching, say, a 3 News later on, a News Hub later on at night, and you get some footage and then you get a whole lot of stills. It's like a documentary from like the 1930s. Do you know what I mean? You're getting all the, I don't want stills, I'm watching TV. Speaking of stills though, how good is that photo right there?
So if you can see the photo in the background here behind us, I'll get my hand down so you can actually see it. That's taken by a photographer called Cameron Spencer. And it's went viral, this photo of Usain Bolt basically smiling at the other guys.
Out in front. It's so beautifully captured, you know. I just think it's magnificent. I hope he makes a bit of money off that photo.
So here's how Labor wins the election next year.
Go on.
They say this: when we get in, sport is deemed of national interest and cultural significance to New Zealand.
That's a great idea.
And then they're able to say, we're going to get it back and show it on public broadcaster, or at worst, when it's something of national interest, and what's more national interest than the All Blacks and the Olympics, it's going to be free to wear and available on multiple platforms.
Yeah, that's like the Australian model, and that should definitely happen. I don't think you get too much argument. If they had the balls, Pat Brittenden, to do that, I reckon that they may pick up the odd vote or two.